Welcome to Android tutorial. We are discussing about the fragment now. Let's go to Android Studio and see that fragment. How to create a fragment, and go to File, New, and Fragment. Then we have fragment with one button, list, so a blank. So when it is created the fragment and it sees that the class which extends the fragment, and mandatory methods are on create view, and on attach. Let's see this. Can just leave it out. On attach, we will discuss it later. Okay. Then what I explained previously, I want the fragment to be the part of, I divide this into two parts, this activity, and one part will have a list view, another part will have the fragment. So for that, what I need to do, I go to the main layout. See here, I have a main layout. Previously I have only list view. So I need to split it into two parts. Second part is fragment. So I will have a fragment tag. Width is a parent. See here, width is a parent here. Fragment width is a parent. And I want to divide this list view and fragment to share the screen space equally. So I given weight as a 1. So weight as a 1, then it has shared equally space. Now the fragment, when I give a fragment, we need to give the fragment class name. The class name is fully qualified fragment class name, so that whenever it sees this, system sees this fragment, it instantiates this class. So what is that? Go to this detailed fragment. This is the fragment. I given this. When it sees this, when system sees this fragment in main activity, when it sees the set content view, as I explained in previous session, when it sees the set content view, it's instantiate the fragment. When it is instantiate, before it instantiates the list view, it comes to the set content view. Where is the set content view here? Yeah. It comes to the on create, so it instantiates the fragment, and it goes to the fragment and it executes the on create view. In this on create view, as I explained previously, this layout I have not given here. Fragment class name I given, so I need to inflate the row. That on create view will does for that. So we will do it in on create view. What is that? I will inflate this fragment layout, amp details. I define this. I need to display, as I explained, I need to display amp number, amp name, amp salary in vertical. So I define this amp number, amp salary, and amp number. Thus layout is vertical. I given 1. to the all weight, so it will take equal space. So that I will inflate it here. I will get layout inflator and inflate it. So inflate means what it does? It creates the instance of that XML file and it returns the address of the object. That object will be written to the activity. Activity in the sense here fragment. So here is basically it must have view. So that view, here also it must have view. So it will convert as a view and it returns to the activity. Once activity set content view instantiate the fragment class. On create view, it inflates the view and it executes the on create. Once on create is executed, this come back to the fragment and it executes the callback method on activity created. On activity created. And one more thing, first before coming to the on create view and on create and on activity created, it will attach this fragment to activity. So for that we need to call on attach. That's already called. See, on attach contest and contest. Now if there is an event, I want to communicate with the other fragments in the activity. So rather I communicate with other fragment, I goes through the activity. So for that I use the interface between the activity and fragment. Here we got contest, activity contest, and I will define a interface for this. The interface fragment listener. The interface fragment listener. So I will assign this instance of the interface to the activity contest. This is contest activity and I will assign. So the instance of interface will have the address of the contest, activity contest, so that this I can communicate with activity through this interface. So I define a method here, get data. So whenever this activity implements this interface and I can communicate through this. So whenever my activity I implements the activity here, fragment listener, it will ask us to implement the methods set data over there, and whenever I call the set data, it comes to activity. The contest fragment manager will take care of things, otherwise. So it comes to the activity and it executes this method. Which method? Set data. Okay, then that's it all about the fragment. Now let's come to the next session. We will see this, how to code for this requirement. We'll see how to code for this requirement. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel Unisys.